Right, there we go. Okay, so it seems that my microphone hadn't been working properly there due to a Windows update, but we are now good to go. If everybody could let me know if the audio is good, we'll get started then. Apologies about the bit of a mixed, a mixed style there. XTRG playing the series naturally. Perhaps I do quite like these strikers. Audio is fine. Excellent. Okay, we'll get going here in just a second. If the audio is yeah, it's bloody Windows update. It taken the microphone off, which is rather unfair. That's good to hear. Thank you very much, guys. We'll get started then. I was considering a campaign, but I think what we're going to do here then is not quick battle. We're going to go with battle, in fact. So, I do need to go ahead and double check why these are not enabled. I do have the DLCs, so I just need to make sure I double check that afterwards and make sure that it's enabled. But I do see one which is quite interesting. We do want to actually learn perhaps a little bit about the game. It has been a little while since I played Combat Mission. I played BLeAcHACiD. That is probably the closest I have to modern Combat Missions games. So I'm going to go ahead and find a pretty interesting one. After giving a bunch of pit themes, yeah, I feel so much better now. I feel so bad about earlier. It looks like you only have a base game activated. I have all of them activated through the DLC, so I'm not too sure really why it's not coming through. That'll be something we can fix afterwards. I do have the actual code for the DLCs, it just seems to have not been working here at this moment in time. But that's fine. What we'll do then is we'll find a pretty fun one and we'll get a grip on how to actually play here. Right, okay. Strikers attempt to move past a hostile village, play either side there. So that seems quite good. It's a small scenario here. It's 22 degrees. The weather is, well, the actual visibility is hazy. We're starting here at 5:15 AM. So this is a blue probe. It is a village. How's this set in here? So we're going to go ahead and play as a blue force here. How you doing there, Jackalus? Good to have you, my man. Now, in all honesty, I always play on an iron. Probably not too good, but I think playing turn-based does definitely help out. It does make it easier. That's some pretty amazing music, actually. I've not even heard the music. That's pretty cool. Okay. June 21st, 5:15 hours. First and second platoon, 1500 hours. First and second platoon, Alpha Company. 2nd to 25th SBCT have been driving through moonlight, skirting the populous areas, lining the Euphrates to our east. As dawn approaches, as we arrive at the road junction, crossing Route M20, the village of Abu Sousa, weather is hazy and warm with light wind from the northeast. The mission here, we are to proceed north in the direction of Resafa. The village is of no importance. Friendly forces, you have command of 7 M1 126 Striker ICVs, along with 6 rifle squads and their command elements. Your force totals 74 men, 81mm mortar support is available. There is no Syrian regular army in the area, but Abu Sousa is the home of a notorious radicalized madrasa. A farmer approaches our group with much arm waving, warns of many bad men, many weapons beyond the crest of the hill. Intriguing. How you doing there, Dame? Good to have you. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, Dame. Only took something spectacular. Yeah. Oh, that's cool there, Van Bishop. I wish I could have a beer as well, actually. So, you know, if you shared. So, plan then. Bypass the village and continue north. Identify and eliminate any opposition blocking your path. Victory conditions. And touch the terrain objects to the north for points. Eliminate any and all anti-tank elements for points. Reserve your forces for points. Scenario base. Okay. So touch objectives 150, destroy 80 GMs and RPGs is 75 points there. So we do see a... that's interesting, we do see an airport over here. Okay. Oh, we'll take a look at the tactical map. Right, okay. So looking at this then, we are along the main road here. The difficulty that we have here is the fact that we do have buildings here, here, and here as well. Though this flank is probably going to be the ideal situation to pursue. We could even potentially push hard through this, and sometimes speed is actually of the essence, but the issue is when we're dealing against potentially 80 GMs, we potentially might be seeing anti-tank guns. Well, we know that there's RPGs. Anti-tank guns might be a little bit too much. I'd imagine something like that probably isn't going to be here. Hey, do that, General Sir Anthony. Good to have you, my friend. I think this might even be the first time I've used this Twitch account. Well, there we go. I'm honoured there by yourself, my dame. So we are going to take this from this flank over here. I don't see there being much of a reason as to not. So do let me know if performance is okay. I'm hoping everything should be fine. I haven't had a chance actually to look into any graphical mods actually, so I will be doing that afterwards. How you doing there, AK Davis? Good to have you, my man. But the game does look fantastic. There's something really special about the combat mission games, and you know what? I'm really, really freaking happy to actually be able to play one. I never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. Okay. So we do see outlying buildings over here, then. We do see a couple buildings, as we saw. I don't like these, as they do have a perimeter wall around them, so that is actually good cover there. A little bit problematic. So this must be the madrasa over here, then, that was described by the farmer. So we do see buildings. Oh, okay. That is a very interesting walled compound there. Let me zoom out here. Okay. So previously this did seem like... And I still agree it's probably terrible. And go through the centre of town there, we do see a multi-story building. The madrasa there roof would be ideal for RPGs, or even just for any sort of infantry fire to potentially pin our forces down, or even distract them, really. They could cause damage. Who knows what they might be armed with. We don't know how many RPGs they might actually have here. The course in mind would probably be to take a detour around here, but I'm still not liking this, as we do still have these outlying buildings here. Yeah, definitely unknown. It looks different when you actually see it in person as to what it looked like on the tactical map, really. Now, as far as it goes, we do have terrain to take into consideration as well. We do have the higher ground over here, but that's not terrible. I like how we have the moon here. That could actually shield us from the flanking forces potentially over here. We do have 81mm support, which is nice, and mortars, I should say. So we do have some support. The thing what we're going to be looking towards here then is more so speed, if we can manage it. We do have infantry, but I'd rather not deploy infantry, as infantry, when they are outside of a strike, are of course vulnerable to small arms fire. There's not much cover for us, but there's quite a lot of cover for the enemy forces here. So we do have a ditch over here as well, which limits our mobility. I don't know if we're going to see any sort of mines. We might potentially see something like IEDs, potentially, who knows about that. But this would be perfect cover for ambushing forces. We do see a ruined building over here that could pose as good cover. The fact is they could hide behind these walls, and we really don't have a way of finding out about that until we get too close. The roof over here, we do have the balconies here. It's 3-story as well, technically the roof as well, so it's not worthwhile. But then in some ways, potentially the path of... the path that looks the worst might actually be the best path. If we take a look over here, we do have this road here. We do have to pass a number of buildings. We have buildings over here as well. Only single story. We do have a 2-story building over here. But after that, we do have a point of open ground out here. But the issue is we have to go through that to get to that open ground. As at least over here I can go quite wide, and I can go out here and potentially avoid the worst of it. It's a difficult one. It's definitely designed in such a way as to force us to actually find opposition, so we're not going to find it easy. We're not going to be able to find an easy way out of this. So just going to have to choose an approach which we take. We could potentially even split forces to a degree, but I don't think that's worthwhile. But I think what might be a good idea is potentially having forces to stand off to act as essentially fire support, potentially. Or direct fire support from a distance of safety, really. So taking a look at the train. The issue is from this point over here, then. We can see the roof of the madrasa, but we do have to reach a point like this before we can actually see the actual buildings properly. No air power, actually, which is a bit of a shame. We may potentially have some reconnaissance assets, but I don't think we have any. Another idea might be to potentially move up the center of the map here, because we do actually have the ditch here. This is going to be nasty, but at least once we do pass that, we are actually moving along the road, and we are essentially home free. There's still the ditch over here, but I could potentially move out this way and avoid the worst of it. It might sound crazy, but I think potentially taking the center might be a good idea. It is mad. I don't think we'll go through the center. We might detour around here. At least I might be able to avoid the worst of it. I just feel like all these buildings over here are going to be perfect positions for ambushes. They just feel that way. There's lots of cover, there's lots of low walls around there that they could potentially hide behind. Move to the left and you have the sun in your back. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't know if that actually mattered, but it'd be kind of cool. Always go the most obvious route, yeah, the enemy never expects it. Well, that's it, isn't it? AGGMs are going to ruin your day. That is also very true, Valentine, but it's also very true. We do have the infantry, so at least we do have something we could use to potentially move out in front of us to actually potentially spot the enemy. We do have this little bit of... terrain, like as I said, we do have a hill line, which is actually potentially useful. So I think what we might do here then, have them squinting into the sun, that's actually a good idea there. I don't know if it would affect things. It would be nice if it did. So what we're going to do then is organise things somewhat. I'm just going to have them spaced out to a degree. We do have about 74 men, we were told, in all. Number of squads here. We do need to make sure that we actually protect ourselves. So I think what we do... Oh, okay, we do have the command elements over here then. So RVs then, what do we have in here? So this is second squad over here. First squad, I do need to make sure we can keep the communication lines. If I go over here to hotkeys, toggle shaders, to visible command links, so that's Alt and Z. So Alt and Z, if I go ahead and click on this. Right, so we can see which unit they belong to, which is good there. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is actually go ahead. So this is your vehicle. You are second platoon headquarters, you are first platoon headquarters. This vehicle actually belongs to first platoon, which is interesting. So I think what we'll do then is we'll commandeer essentially... Oh, that's intriguing. Is this overall commandment? Oh no, I see, it's the actual platoon, okay. So what I'm going to do then is actually sort things out. And what I could do is actually go like this. And... we have everybody there. I'm just going to move people so I can actually keep them in their platoons. Evidently, we have no issues with command and control. What we can potentially do then is approach this as a 2-platoon operation. How you doing there, Robbie? Good to have you. And usually hapless. Smoke the road, punch through the village. Good idea. That's actually an excellent idea. We could potentially approach on both sides of the ditch, but the issue is I don't want to approach this building over here. Now, take a look at from this point of view. Well, this is it. If I do actually head over to this building to secure this building, it might be potentially worthwhile to do, but then the issue is how we're looking over here from line of sight. The madrasa does have us actually within sight. Other buildings over here, not so much. It may be potentially worthwhile to have this position actually held, but then if I do that, we're not here to hold the village. We're not here to take the village. We're here to get past the village. This is just simply a roadblock that, well, is quite angry at us, so we need to avoid this. So what we'll do then is I'm going to have them actually placed inside a vehicle. They can be placed inside a vehicle that has space, so we don't actually have one with space, which is a bit of a problem there. Okay. That is going to make things a little bit harder, but in fairness, it's not too bad. So... this is 1st Infantry Carrier, 2nd Platoon, Able Company. Okay. So 1st Platoon. We'll have 1st Platoon move up then. So let's take a look at what our fellows actually have here then. So we do have the infantry squads over here. We do have a marksman, which is going to come in quite handy. We do have the M249. Okay. We do have 2 of those actually. So we do have a large amount of firepower. We do have AT4s, which are useful. We do have mortar support from 2 batteries of mortars, which is good. Inside the vehicles, then, do we have anything useful? We do have a Javelin ATGM launcher, which I don't know if I'd come out to be of any use. We do have the AT4 rocket launchers. Use an empty striker for reconnaissance first. C. Because we do have this, I suppose you could call it hill line. We could potentially use that. What I would like to do, and it's actually quite good that you mentioned that, because that's actually what I do have in mind. What I'm thinking about doing is potentially have one of the vehicles unload infantry, potentially have the infantry move up alongside them, but I don't know if I want to do that. I might actually have one of the squads just take up temporary positions here in a covered position, so they'd have to dismount to get out there. So we have 3rd squad. I love how they disembark. That's really fantastic. Can we get to see that again? So we can see the vehicle closing up here. Oh, we don't get to see it this time. But if I go ahead and tell them to disembark in there, we do get to actually watch them disembark, and that's really cool. Oh, I've always wanted to play this game, and I feel so happy that I finally do get to do that. Ideally... yeah, there we go, everybody out. Ideally, everything's okay. But what I will do then is actually have them here, and I will... I'm going to cancel those orders for the time being. I would like to have them disembarked and actually move into the ditch here, so I can actually use the striker to move up as suggested. That was a very good observation, very good idea by Cryptdog. So I'd like to get them into this position quickly. I don't want to have them dallying around. But essentially what I'll do then is have them hide somewhat to an extent. We don't know if there's going to be any enemy fire to begin with, so I'd rather not take the risk. I'm going to have this vehicle over here and actually position to give them direct fire support if necessary. We do want to cover our flanks here if we can, so obviously we'll have a vehicle staring down the road there if we can. Same as in this way as well. And I think what I might do is actually have this squad, second squad, head over here and do the same thing. I want to make sure we are covered here from the flank if we can. And having a bunch of eyes on there is actually quite useful. Yeah, they're not exactly empty. Yes, you are right there. They're not UAVs, are they? That's a good point there. As we'll go like that. Okay. Crew don't count. Don't tell them that. Right. And, yep, okay. Though the issue is that's not very good. So we'll have you positioned there then. Okay. I do like a good disembark mechanic. No, call me crazy, apparently. A man likes what he likes. Okay. So what I will do then, we do have a number of commands here. So we do have hold down, which is actually really quite fantastic there. Now, potentially, trying to find a point of which we need here. That might be about it. So if I tell them to potentially go hold down over here, we might see them actually be able to carry out that order. We do need to be able to try and acquire information. It may be potentially worthwhile to have a squad inside the vehicle to disembark, so we can actually have them potentially act as spotters. But then again, the actual vehicle, I'd imagine, is going to have significantly better sights. We do have a night vision here. We do have a 50 cal here. We have a javelins. Do I have anything else? Or is it all just 50 cals? I do have the Mark 19, so that is an automatic grenade launcher actually. So yes, we have two of those. How you doing there, Travelos? Good to have you back, man. The 50 cal though is useful. The 50 cal should be oh, well, actually, this is it really. I don't want to blow the hell out of the area, but I'd like to have some sort of fast reaction fire. And I imagine a 50 cal will fill that purpose. At the end of the day, a 50 cal is still a 50 cal. It's still going to do a goddamn good job. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go forward, and we'll see how things go. Ideally, audio is fine. Do let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I should be able to adjust. Right, so we do have potential eyes on the enemy down there. So they are moving out here. Now this is turn. So if something goes wrong, I can't exactly stop it. So I'm going to pause the game here quickly. I'm going to go over here, but we do have eyes on an enemy force. And this is exactly what I thought, and my god, they look amazing. And they do... oh, wow. That is impressive. So you can see that this gentleman is armed with an AK-74. Is that empty? It doesn't look like a 74, actually. It looks like a more modern one. AK-74 SU. Yeah, I thought it was more modern, actually. Seems a little bit smaller, actually. Okay, so we do have eyes on an enemy target. Now, it has spotted them. Whether or not it engages is going to be another question, though. We don't see anything else as of yet, but it shows you just how effective their optics are, the fact that they have spotted this gentleman out here. Well, this is it. I'd imagine. I'm not too familiar with the actual systems of the of the M126 Striker, but I can imagine they do have pretty good optics. There's apparently potentially a vehicle over here as well, which is intriguing. Yes, we do have the thermals. I'm not sure what generation of thermals we'd actually have here. If anybody does have any information about this sort of equipment, it'd be really interesting to know. Okay, so these fellas are hiding, but I don't think they actually have eyes on the enemy here. I could potentially have this squad move up through the ditch. And that might be a potential option, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually have them stand up over here. So we are aware that we can move up to this position here. We are aware there's enemy forces out here. What I would like to do then, I'm very conscious of command and control. I do want to make sure that we are not seeing our forces suffer due to poor command. So, and this is an empty vehicle now, so in all honesty, I should have had that command, platoon command moved in here. That would have made sense. Oh, do I have the wrong squad in here? So this vehicle is second platoon, but this is first platoon infantry in here. That's a rather intriguing little development. So what we could do then is actually have them move up. So I'm going to have them move up over this way. And have them shift to that position for the time being. We'll have them move up there. Right. Okay. Now, we do want to begin to move out to a degree, but I'm going to have things moved shortly. We do have infantry that should be in a position now to possibly be able to spot the enemy as well. I'm very aware of these buildings over here, because these buildings could quite easily have ATGMs. I mean, any of these buildings could potentially have ATGMs, but these buildings are somewhat worrying due to the fact that they do have us on the flank, and I don't think we have any line of sight issues due to the fact we have more or less flat terrain here. That does seem to be a little bit, lower. I need to go ahead and have a list of technical terms, because I always forget the bloody technical terms. Oh dear. So we do have our fellow out here. And there we go. There you go, remembering the hotkeys. It's been such a while, but I have not yet forgot the hotkeys. But I tell you what, performance seems good. I do have VSync on over here, but it seems pretty good. Pretty smooth. I would be tempted to potentially turn it off, but it seems okay so far. Ideally it is. Right, so we did have some sort of indication of a vehicle potentially out here, which is intriguing. So has that vehicle already been here? Its class is knocked out, which is interesting. See, this is it. Is it potentially worthwhile to put a couple of rounds into this actual vehicle? But then again, this is the problem here. We can't do that, can we? Because essentially, then we're not exactly winning any hearts and minds doing something like that. So I'd say probably not. This building does concern me because I do worry about us moving up over here. We might be hit potentially from flank. We do also see that there is a vehicle out here as well. Knocked out. I don't know if that means it's dead, or whether we consider it knocked out, and we are not entirely sure. Yeah, so they have potentially eyes on here. Okay. So we are aware of different elements over here, but nobody's seen anything different. Right, so they're aware of things to a degree. Now, we spent about 2 minutes here. I don't know if it's actually worthwhile spending any longer here. So this is second platoon, this is second platoon. I'm going to have them actually mount into the vehicles here. Get back inside. I think what we might go ahead and do here then is... I mean, I could have them move slowly, but I don't think it's worthwhile moving up this way. I think what I'm going to do then is actually have this vehicle... I mean, I could potentially move them this way. Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, well that's it exactly, isn't it? You can't be doing that. Because you could very easily potentially kill somebody who is a innocent, well, innocent in the actual area. So we do have the hunt order there. I might potentially have them move up over here. What I would like to do is actually have that squad move up. I'd like to potentially have them in a position where they can actually act as flank support, but also the fact that they might actually be able to spot the enemy. I'd rather not have this vehicle back off because it currently does have line of sight on an enemy force, and I don't want to lose sight of that enemy force there. But there's also considerations here that we have to make. So what we're going to do then is we're going to get everybody mounted up, and then we're going to begin to creep forward. I am somewhat worried about this building, but again, we can't really order a mortar strike against something that may or may not actually have any enemy targets. Who knows? It may do, but it may not. I can't exactly make that determination. So what I'm going to do then is order this unit here. I'm going to have them move in hunt command mode. If I take a look over here, that should put us in a position to potentially fire upon the enemy. The issue is we do have the hull down. Actually, the hull down would be a better order, wouldn't it, really? So look for a hull down position there. And this is it. We're currently in a bit of a depression over here, which is quite useful. But again, I'm going to tell them to move in a hull down, under hull down orders. These fellows over here, then, I would like to actually have in a hull down position there if I can actually manage it. It will be interesting to see how the AI reacts to that. So we'll go ahead and we'll go forward. I tell you, I'm just so happy to be able to play Shock Force. It was amazing. If you open up the strikers, oh, that's true actually, that is true. The objective that our force has is to actually go ahead and make it across here. Ah, hello. We do have enemy forces sighted over here. And we do have a taxi. And there we go. So, can we shoot at the tar? Can we shoot at the cars in the area now? Well, that's definitely not an Uber. But it looks like we do have the... So this is the issue with the 30mm grenade launcher. It's fantastic. It is definitely quite powerful. But the issue is we do have it dropping there. Okay. not quite on target. That's on target. Oh, shoot. I did not see what happened there, but we just lost a striker. Wow. I didn't actually get to see what happened there, but we just lost a striker in just a second. We'll have to rewind that. I mean, this is it. We just literally moved up here. And it looks like the ATGM came out from this direction here. The RWS, the striker, is not stabilized yet. You can see that. And where did the kill shot come from? Right, so that looked like an RPG. So if we take a look over this building here, we actually do see somebody on the roof, and that looks... Is that an RPG or is that an ATGM? It seems a little bit large to be an RPG, but it could very well be an RPG. But we do know that there is a... It's definitely not... Oh, it's got nice shoes, though. It's definitely not the RPG I would imagine. And that is some shot from this distance. RPG 29. I'm not too sure, actually. I don't think it's a... I'm not too sure if that is a ATGM. It doesn't look to be an ATGM, so I don't see anything that would actually go ahead. And, I mean, that looks to be some sort of... Yeah, I mean, that is a site there. Okay, well, we know where the kill shot came from, so we know that we do need to put this... oh, that would be the RPG. Sorry, that would be the ATGM there. Yes, there's the ATGM. And we can actually see it heading straight out here. And straight into striker. Right. Okay. So, there's the kill shot. And that was a kill shot that took out the striker there. So the RPG missed. So if we go ahead, the RPG landed out here. Yeah. So that was a kill shot, which is quite a shame there. Yes, we see the RPG lands about here some seconds. Yeah, there we go. So that was the RPG, and then we see the ATGM. I love the fact you can see the yeah. Oh, we do actually fire on it. So we do put fire down there upon the ATGM. Yeah, so we do have eyes on the enemy. The difficulty is the fact, well, they've killed already. They do have a head down here. And this is where the 30mm grenades actually do come into, well, really quite handy. We don't need to hit you, we just need to hit near you. But his head's down here currently. So that's not exactly great. We do lose a striker pretty much immediately, which is a bit of a problem. I mean, this is going to actually affect how we proceed now through the battle. So, that is a problem. And I imagine that is due to the fact that they did have... Yeah, and he's actually considered a headquarters, so I imagine he was actually acting as a spotter, and I imagine that information would have been relayed out here. So this fellow over here would have been, right, okay, primed on target. Just wait. Not exactly great. So we do have everybody killed in there, which is quite the shock there. So we are going to reverse from that position there. So we have fire emerging from here. I think what we'll do then is actually go ahead and put down mortars on that position there. I don't think we want to have anybody having eyes upon us. Let's see. So we have point target, area target, linear target. We'll go for point target, strike infantry. I will have two of them. We will go for medium. Make it short. This is... I think I'll go for... I'm going to go for general, considering that there is actually cover in this area. I do like how we actually have the option for armor, which is intriguing. I did it quickly. Should have had some of these actually set up to begin with. But this is it. Combat mission is not a forgiving game. You do... it would be really quite useful to actually have knowledge of real-world tactics and be able to apply them to situation. I do still wish I was better at combat mission. It is a very tough game. It really is a very tough game. You do have to learn how to actually handle your forces, and this is it. Without knowing the scenario, but this is it, I shouldn't know the scenario, and knowing the scenario would not be any fun, because this is it, we'd know that you shouldn't go up here. But we have learned that. I mean, currently, are we better off staying in this position, because they are currently aiming, and I think I might potentially have them in this position here. It might be somewhat worthwhile to have them dismount so that the infantry is out of the actual building, sorry, out of the actual vehicle here. I think I'll have them move up there. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. I would just contact HE, interesting. I think it's worthwhile to have the men dismount, and if we could actually have them in a position to act as spotters and potentially save our lives, that would be worthwhile. So, this is where the problem comes in now. Now, we do have other mortars now. Where do we actually wish to bring them in? We do have this building over here. I mean, obviously, we do have a RPG-29 as suggested there. That position there is coming under fire. Is it worthwhile to potentially put down some mortar rounds? This is it. We don't know where the enemy is. That's the problem. Yeah, and this is Shock Force 2, so we do have a very modern iteration here, which is pretty awesome. I do have a couple of combat mission titles. I have Combat Mission Battle for Normandy, Combat Mission, the Italian one? I can't remember what the name is of the Italian one. Also, Red Thunder, Black Sea, and Final Blitzkrieg, I think it is. And we have... okay, yeah. You can see the difference here because we did just see an RPG launched out there. Fortress Italy, that's it. Right. So we do see... yep, okay. That is definitely an RPG as I would recognize it. I'm not entirely sure what model of RPG that would be, but it looks like the classic one. And anybody be able to identify that? I do love the graphics are incredible here. Okay, he is reloading, but he's under fire now, so ideally he gets his head down. And he does, which is good news. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We've only moved forward. Yeah, RPG-7 there. We've only moved forward here. I mean, from that position to there, we lost somebody. It's a bit of a shame. And that's not good. Oh, that went high, though. And that came from that position out there. That... oh. We do have a penetration there. That's not exactly ideal. So the crew do make it outside the vehicle, but the vehicle has been taken out. And that's it, isn't it? A position that we thought was actually safe isn't safe. It's, in fact, yeah. So we do see ATGM out here. That's a... oh my god, is that a, do they call them a Conkers? Is it Conkers? I can't recall what it is now. Saga? No, oh, I know they were used, in the Sinai campaign, weren't they? Sorry, in, was it the 7 Days War? Or was it the second war? Or was it the Yom Kippur War? I can't remember which war it is now. Is it Yom Kippur? It might be Yom Kippur. I can't remember what they're called now. Saga. Yeah, I thought it was a Saga. Well, we know when a second mortar round is going to be going. Well, second battery mortars will be targeted. Yeah, I mean, this is it. What would this be classed as? Asymmetric warfare? This is why it's so difficult to fight.
Fire mission.
Right.
Over.
Empty strikers and keep them moving. Yeah, well, this is it exactly. We do need to keep moving. And this is it. Had we not been in this position here, as we kept moving, we would have faced difficulties over here, but we would not have been actually targeted by ATGMs. So the answer might very well be to keep moving. That might very well be the solution here. Now, I do have these men over here. Okay. I think what I'd like to do is actually get the men to move up over here and put down some fire then if I can. I don't like having to run them, but I'd like to have these strikers able to move up here. Now, I do have this force here, but I'm going to actually have them mount back up and get the heck out of here if we can. Well, in fairness, I might get... Yeah, well, I don't have a vehicle for them to mount back into, which is a bit of a problem here. Now, the crew's going to be... Whoops, I took a screenshot by mistake. They're going to be running away, which is a bit of a problem here. I was hoping that I could have actually had them placed inside another vehicle. Got a chance to shoot on a... Oh, interesting. That's pretty amazing, actually. Right. What we're going to do here, then, is going to tell the striker to actually just pause temporarily. Give it about 15 seconds. That should be... I'll give it about 20 seconds. That should be enough time for the actual crew to get inside there. And I think we will begin to move up here. The issue is I want to make sure that we actually have our forces all ready to move up. So I think what we're going to do then is... Do I have the option to pop smoke here? So I will order Pope? I will order the Pope to pop smoke. Sometimes I do wonder if English is my first language. I'm sure a lot of people do as well. I get so tongue-tied. Right, I'm just going to pop some smoke here. I'm going to wait for that vehicle to actually move into position with the rest of the strikers, then we will move up. Right, okay. Wargaming first language indeed, yeah. Right, so we do have a Pope in... Pope, I've done it again. Smoke. Why do I keep saying Pope? Not my day. Right, so we have a smoke out here in front. I'm not too sure if this would be just generic smoke or potentially thermal blocking smoke. I can't recall what you call that kind of smoke, actually. But yeah, the Pope may smoke. I don't like the way in which they moved out there, but...
Sir, we spotted an enemy unit.
Right, okay, let's go ahead. So we do have eyes on the actual gentleman with the RPG over here. He's still obviously in position to fire. We will have mortar rounds landing over here shortly. Brown stuff blocks thermals, right, good to know there. The issue is I don't think we've actually eliminated the ATGM over here, so I think, as stated, it would have been a better idea to continue moving. It is harder to hit a moving target, but then this is it. It's difficult going through such an obvious position. Right. The game is so good. So fantastic. The detail is just amazing. We're taking fire from this building over here, actually. And that might very well be sniper fire. They need to get back in their vehicles. We need to carry on moving and get the hell out of here. And it's a difficult position to be in because this is not where you want to be. You don't want to be in a position where the only chance you have is actually to be in a vehicle where you might all be killed at once. That's the problem. That is a bit of a problem. So I'm going to tell them to try and take up hull-down positions out this way. The issue is I don't really have a vehicle for them to actually enter into, which is a big problem. In all honesty, is a big problem. Now, there is an option to actually... yeah, the issue is I'm going to have a bloody crew out here as well. God damn. It's a problem. It is certainly a problem here. What I can do then is actually tell them to have smoke laid out here in front of them because they are taking fire from this building out here. That will ideally block line of sight to them, but if I can continue the fire over here, I'd be quite happy. So we're going to have them throw smoke grenades out this way. Right, we're going to have the strikers move on up. Ideally, that will block line of sight from the enemy forces out there. That went a little bit high. Oh, you fire upon that position there. Yeah, this is it. So they're using their underslung grenade launchers on the rifles. And we are seeing, yes, we are seeing a sniper over here, which is not exactly great. We still have the gentleman out here who has relocated. He is also equipped with a sniper, so that might be a second gentleman out there with a sniper rifle. The ATGM launcher is still active out here. And we are aware of an ATGM here. We're aware that we have the headquarters out here. But this is it. He's here and he's sat there because he's acting as a spotter. We do have here what is very likely going to be another position of resistance, which would likely be something like an RPG, I'd imagine. So we do have grenades being launched out here from the actual rifles. We do have the strikers moving. Do we have somebody... Right. Is that somebody actually in the building, or is that somebody... Oh, no, it's still you. Okay. zoom back out. And it looks like we actually struck home on that one. Yep, we took out the sniper over here, which is excellent. It looks like that squad was coming under fire. I don't know if we've had a casualty. We have had a casualty, which is not good. So they are taking fire. I thought I told them to actually lay down that smoke. So they didn't do that, which is a bit of a problem.
Shot. Over.
Right, oh, and that was a RPG there. That's a lot of firepower. Okay, this is the problem. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to light that building up very quickly. We're going to light that building up very quickly. But this is it. We've really got to just move. Yeah. And wasn't it issue to squads, essentially? What would you... I know, obviously, in like the US and etc., I think you'd have them as a designated marksman or something like that. You place a non-American. Well, this is it, actually, yeah. But you can actually understand the reasoning of just hit everything. Because everything is really trying to kill you. It's difficult here. I do have a squad which is under fire. We've had a casualty there, but we cannot actually remain in position. It will be coming to Steam as far as I'm aware, actually. Which will be quite cool. Right, I think we do have to continue to move up here. And I think if we remain in position, we are essentially going to be destroyed and eliminated. So I do not think we can actually have that. That free cam... Yes, it really is, isn't it? Because it reveals so much information that you would not... Well, that you would actually direly need. This is not going to be good. I don't imagine this going well either, but we need to get moving. The issue is I have these fellows out here and they are in a dangerous position, but we're going to have to get them moving. The issue is it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. There's a good amount of firepower being laid out here to the right. We are moving now, so at least it will make it somewhat more difficult to target us. But the issue is they're not moving very quickly. They are somewhat close to the enemy. We're just going to try and keep their heads down, really. Yeah, regarding that with the mortar spotters, this is it. I should have had somebody at the start over here. We can see we have RPGs coming in. I don't think we can actually remain in position long enough to actually have the mortars come down if there's a problem. It sounds like mortars are coming in, however. A little bit wide there, but they'll start closing in on their mark. We see another RPG was launched over there. We see another RPG from over here as well. I mean, this is it. We've seen, what, 3 RPGs launched against us? There's still 30 seconds here. I should probably tell them to move up further, actually. Yes, bottom rounds. There you go.
Shot out.
Firing upon that position there. I really do not like the fellow was still in position. Somebody's going to end up dying here shortly. Need to kill that gentleman there. There's a lot of firepower coming out there. It looks like we might have actually got him there. Yeah, we got him there. Okay. One M134 Striker. It looks like we have M1126. Yeah, so we have a mix of M1 126, and then we have some Mark 19s over here. Right, so we are aware of enemy forces in this position here. So the question comes down to do we deploy our infantry? I don't really think it's worthwhile. It may simply be worthwhile for us to actually push up this road. We might go ahead and... what do you guys reckon then? Do we potentially push up the road at fast? Do we essentially just like floor it and get out of here? In some ways that might actually be a way to go. And we could potentially deploy smoke and just really get the hell out of there. We've had... so far, 2 strikers taken out, which is a problem. The difficulty is this is going to be something of a kill zone here. The problem as well is if we have a vehicle destroyed on the road, that is going to slow down the rest of the vehicles here. So I'd love to say just floor it, but I don't think we can actually get away with flooring it, which is a bit of a problem. I don't want to deploy infantry because I think the infantry may very well be killed. But afterwards, we do have the actual infantry over here. They are now tired, which is a problem. If they move into the Madrasa, how the hell are they getting out of this town? I don't think I have a vehicle for them to actually take up position inside. But I suppose we do still have 38 minutes. It may very well be that we use the buildings for cover and potentially establish ourselves. But the issue is we know that there's an enemy unit in here. Who's to say they're not armed with an RPG? Everybody else seems to have an RPG. And let's see, we have this fellow out here now. And he is sporting a AK, but I imagine he probably has an RPG. It is definitely a difficult position to be in. Okay, we do actually have eyes on this guy over here, so let's see. He is equipped with a Dragonov, okay. Smoke and assault the buildings, yeah, that might be very much the way to go there. Right, sounds like mortar's about to start landing, which is good. So, I think we might have to go ahead and actually assault the buildings. If we can take control of the buildings, at least then I can actually have a position of safety. I can potentially have the actual infantry put enough fire on the enemy, ideally spot the enemy so we can begin fire to take them out. It's difficult. It is extremely difficult. So I'm going to have these fellows pop smoke out here. Assume 3 AKs per RPG. Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. I don't like the position they're in. Okay. I really do not like the position they're in here. I really am conscious of that. Right, okay. I think I'm going to have them assault into the Madrasa, considering that they are the closest to it. But I might have them move into that. I really do not like this, in all honesty. It's not a great position for us to be in right now. It is not a good position. I'm going to have them try and put eyes on the enemy if I can. They can see this enemy over here, so ideally they do engage. They are aiming, so ideally they can put enough fire out there. I could potentially have them lay smoke, give us a bit of cover here. I think I will have them lay that smoke, so ideally we do have the ability to move up then. I think I will have this squad assault into that building. And we'll assault into here as well. It's not going to be great. This is not going to be pretty. There's not exactly anything like cover here, is there, really? I'm going to have them move up over there, so at least they can act as something of a cover or fire support, potentially. Who knows? I'm going to have them assault into that building out there. We need to secure these positions. The issue is, we got to move. That's the problem. So what I can do here, then... sorry about the sniffles. I'm going to tell them to pause 10 seconds. I'm going to have the vehicles actually push up. Which, don't get me wrong, I really do not like. Okay. Yeah, check where the door is. Well, this is it. It looks like we have a door here to the back, which is good. I could potentially cross here into that building. I think we might have to do that. What I'll do then is tell them to pause there for about 10 seconds. Striker or two. Well, what we can do then is actually have them target briefly in here as well. About that position there. Okay. Well, we're going to have a something of a baptism by fire there. We do have the mortars coming in, so at least we do have that. Right, so we have that coming down. So that RPG went wide there, which is good. So we do have them coming out. Smoke should be laid. Smoke should be laid. Please lay that smoke. We have moved into smoke here as well, so ideally they lay that frickin' smoke. Please do it. They should be laying smoke here shortly. Right, we have smoke out here. They should ideally get that smoke out. We do have the infantry moving out here to assault the buildings. Right, it's... At least we are moving through smoke. I do not like that. I mean, they should be fine. They do have their thermals. It should obscure them to a degree. This is still an active enemy target over here, supposedly, but we are moving in here. Ideally, he has his head down right now. Oh, no. Okay, we see a building there. Right, we have mortars coming in on that position over there. Ideally, they're a little bit more accurate. Right, so we are engaging out here, then. It is a lone target. He is using a... Is it a semi-automatic rifle? But he's a lone individual. There's a lot of firepower here, so we have moved into this building, so that's good, so they can actually shoot him there. That's good. Ideally, they take him out. Okay, so that went well. We didn't have any RPGs on our position. They have that smoke up out there, which is good. I want to get them into a position where they can actually be with the convoy to ideally get the hell out of here. The issue is they're tired. That is the problem here, is they're tired. That's not good. Really is not good. I'm going to have them move into the madrasa as well. I mean, this is it. I might be sending them to Bloody Doom here. And that is a problem. So, I don't want to have them in a position where they are out in the open, and it's a difficult one to choose here. I think we might go for the first level of that building as well, if we can manage it. Right, we have a fire coming out from here. Oh, they opened up, actually. That's incredible. Wow, look at that. Is that the crew? Oh, no, that's a command in here. That's incredible, actually. I could tell them to open up, and then they might be able to get some more shots in there. But that's incredible. I love the level of detail they get here. Look at that, wow. That's incredible. Okay, so they do have that fire coming in there. They're just about to assault into the actual building here. Okay. Yeah, throw them on top of it. Well, that's it, isn't it? Exactly. You'd get the hell out. Right, so it looks like there's an enemy unit out here, but it's not good. Right, he's been eliminated, which is good. So we'll have eyes on that target there from this squad. There's a vehicle out there. We do have... My god, that's a lot of enemy units out here. No, I mean, this is it. If the difference between life and death is get onto the back of the vehicle, you get onto the back of that bloody vehicle and you hold on for dear life, man. Right, so we do see the enemy forces moving up over here, but we do have the ability... There's quite a lot of enemy forces there.
Flash out. Flash over.
Yep, okay, fire coming in there, so taking out the insurgents here.
Flash out.
I don't know, well, these are... Right, see fire coming in over there. It's difficult as they're moving across. I don't think these are Syrian regulars. They obviously look to be...
Shot over.
might be able to describe them as a militia at best. That might be nice. A nice way to put it.
Shot over.
We do have another casualty out here, which is a problem. 2 casualties so far, so that's the marksman who goes down. We do see enemy forces out here, but at least we do have the squads in a position so they can actually make good.
Flash out.
Looks like an sorry, looks like a machine gun on top. Yep, there's a machine gun on top. Okay. Casualty in here. Yeah, regular fighters. Interesting. I mean, this is it. We've lost 2 strikers. We've lost a full squad, which is a problem. Losing casualties here and there. Yeah. Okay, so we are aware of an enemy force in here. We know that the enemy's trying to push on here. We did actually manage to take out a good number of them, actually. So we see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 insurgents there that we managed to take out before they moved into the position. There's still a couple over here in this building. So we're in a position where at least we can actually use our fire. They can't seem to employ their ATGMs or RPGs currently, but I imagine they are certainly trying. Okay. So we have this position here. It would be nice to actually move up to the different levels here. What I would like to do is actually have this striker open up on this building here. You're equipped with your 50 cal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're down here at the moment. I'm going to have them pop smoke in that direction if they can. I'm going to have this vehicle orientate itself that way. Ideally can spot the enemy. What I'm going to do is move up there. I mean, I might even be... these men might quite literally be dead in a second. Because of the choices we made here. But it's difficult trying to make the best choice and actually trying to make sure we cover all angles here. We do have part of the village here to work with. We do have fire coming out upon the enemy here. Right, we do have the 30mm grenades over here being launched, which is excellent. So that will take out the ATGM. That looks like it took him out there. That's incredible though, isn't it? The amount of detail in these games is just incredible. And the fact you can probably try and read some of that right, and if you could actually understand missileology. Missileism? Something like that. Looks like a missile drawing. You find it this way. So do have MG fire coming in here. Or HMG, I should say. We do have mortar rounds beginning to arrive in the air as well.
Shot over. Shot
So,
out.
it looks like we just suffered another casualty there. Oh no, we do have an injured, wounded here. So there's enemy forces in this building here, but oh no, they're outside. Okay,
Shot. Over.
that is a hell of a firefight.
Shot. Out.
You can see, yeah. Okay. Right. I think that might indicate they're within walkie-talkie communication. I'm not too sure. I didn't have enough time to actually go ahead and take a look through the manual in full.
Flash.
So I do need to go ahead and actually familiarize myself. Very conscious of the command and control aspect, but we should be okay on that front. They're pretty close by. Right, okay, so that was a fairly quick one. We can see that there is quite a lot of fire that has hit that building there, but there's still some enemy forces active. The ATGM might have been potentially taken out. PDA. Okay. Is that, what is a PDA? Is that like some sort of walkie-talkie, or is that some sort of other means of communication? So I've got the crewman over here, and I'd love to get the crewman out. And if they can... That's a hell of a way to go. We're going pretty well, actually. We've had a few strikers taken out, but we're not doing too bad, to be honest. Not too bad. Thank you very much. Right, so I think what we might do is we might look to go up another level here. If I do go up another level, I'm going to end up seeing fire from multiple vectors out this way. We do have the 2 squads out here, so we do have that working for us. It might be potentially worthwhile to actually push out across here into another one of these buildings, or potentially into this building out here. We know there's enemy forces here, so I'm not too sure if we actually did manage to take them out, but there's a 3-story building there as well, which is a problem. PDA for satellite communications, I think. Ah, there we go. That's good. See, I've read up on earlier conflicts, but I'm very much out my depth when it comes to modern, and I do need to change that. I was reading a, I was in an Osprey book. I can't remember what it was called now. But it was actually talking about Soviet military equipment, which is quite interesting, going through all the different equipment that was being produced, and obviously their details there. Means they're linked into the battlefield management system. Oh, right, okay. So, like the devices that you would see in vehicles and tanks, etc. Right, okay. Oh, what is it? Modern battle space awareness. I can't remember what it's called now.
Flash. Over. Flash out.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Fire for effect. Over.
Right, okay.
Shot. Over.
So, we do see...
Shot. Out.
Right, looks like we took him out there. Okay, so the range of the RPG there should be a problem for us. He should be well within range.
Out.
Okay. So far when I went in a position there, there was a position here, but it might have actually been subdued, which would be quite handy. We know we did see quite a few insurgents over here in this building. We might be reaching a point at which we might be able to actually move out here and actually get everybody aboard and push on. How you doing there, Zaz? Good to have you, my friend.
Shot. Over. Shot. Out.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine they're having a hell of a lot of fun. I'd imagine it would be a hell of a lot of fun to just see all the pop, 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 pop. And, yeah. I mean, they're certainly effective, aren't they? And that's the beauty, isn't it? You don't have to hit the individual directly. You just need to hit around the individual. So what have we seen here, then? So we're looking at one insurgent then who is equipped with an RPG, assault rifle. I might go ahead and actually shift up to the 2nd floor out here. I'd like to do that. If I can actually try and time that, have them move to the 3rd floor if I can. At least with the 3rd floor you do have some cover. I do have this squad over here, which is actually looking fairly calm. I might actually be in a position to go ahead and deploy the command into the Madrasa perhaps, but I'm not too sure if that's a wise choice there. We do have this squad out here, which I think I will go ahead and move up over here. Issue is they have deployed the smokes that they did have, which is a bit of a problem. So we're going to move into that building there, ideally secure that. And we do have fire support available, it's just trying to spot the enemy before they spot you, really. Okay. So we are going to move up to elevation. If we can actually spot the enemy and get the fire down on them, I can actually have the strikers work against it as well. The rifle grenades that they do have are quite useful. Did we actually take out that guy there? So that was a hell of a shot if we did. I don't think so. Not like it though. I tell you what, though, I'm looking forward to playing the Second World War games, but so many good ones.
Plant. Out.
It'd be really fun though to like play by emails, like head-to-heads would be really interesting. Okay, that landed pretty good there. So we are seeing a search in here. We still see that goddamn guy out there. Right, yeah, mortar's looking good
Shot.
there.
Over. Shot. Out. End of mission. Out.
Okay. See, now we do have the ability to put some fire down on them, so they'll have to put their heads down. There it goes, they're not seen very much anymore now. Engage in here. His head's currently down.
Plant. Over.
Well, he just currently lost his head. There we go. Hey, didn't they catch us? This scenario is a little outdated nowadays. They have platoon level drones to scout ahead for all this. Well, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it? I'm not too sure what year this is, actually. I'm not too sure if that's actually a, is it a hypothetical engagement? 2008, right? Wow. Some years ago, isn't it? Some years ago. Okay. Oh, right, they're out on the balcony. That's a, bold position to be in. You do look pretty badass doing it, though. Hypothetical NATO invasion of Syria in 2008. Intriguing. I'd have to look at the actual backstory to go ahead and actually learn a little bit more about that. We might go to the roof, perhaps. There is more cover here. On the Madras, Madras roof is not much in the way of cover, so I don't think that's worthwhile doing. We do have fellows here on the second floor, so we do actually have something here to work with. Yeah, me and the boys chill on the balcony. I wouldn't want to be on the balcony. I wouldn't want to be here, to be honest. Well, then you wouldn't be here unless you had training, but I don't imagine even if you have training, you don't want you want to be here. Nobody wants to be here. Nobody wants to do this. Right, I could potentially try and use the strikers somewhat more aggressively here.
Plant. Out.
Yeah, that steel rain.
Fire for effect.
We
Over.
do have the actual drivers out here, the actual crewmen. I would be very happy if I can actually get them out of here alive. I'd be quite happy if I could get everybody else out of here alive. Ideally, that is an achievable feat there. That is true, there's as we can split up the combat teams if we so wish to do so. I don't know if you can recombine them, that's the only problem. I think you should be able to recombine them, but it's been a while since I last played, actually. I just gotta love the strikers over here. Okay. We're not seeing much in the way of enemy forces now. It might be potentially a point at which we actually do go ahead and move forward. Do have mortars coming in on this position here. The heck was that noise? I sound like an explosion. Did one of the strikers pop? Put them in the same square or vehicle. Right, okay. That's really good to know. Thank you very much for AK Davis. Much appreciated, my man. So I feel what we might be able to do then is potentially push up to these buildings out here. Outside from the main madrasa. That building does worry me significantly. It does offer a commanding position, but the issue is if I move out here to secure this building, I'm potentially putting another squad in harm's way, taking them out from where they need to be. It's difficult. I mean, going up for the centre of the village has probably been the way we have survived this, because I think even if we'd moved along the flanks, I think we'd have seen our ATGMs coming in from the flanks there. The enemy, of course, would have shifted their positions as well. I may begin to load back up, perhaps. We're going to re-embark over here. Well, embark upon that, in that vehicle, sorry. Oh, have a fun one, my man. Yeah, if there's anything still alive. so true. Right. I'm going to have them get on the vehicle here. We're going to get ready to shift out. The issue is, I don't have enough vehicles. At least I don't think so. Which is a problem. Not much we can do about that. Right, okay. So we do see the mortars actually hitting ground over here. Ooh.
End of mission. Out.
Right, okay. So we did have small arms fire coming from this sort of direction out here, actually. Doesn't look like we had anybody hit so far. Yeah, the squad being vaporized, as you say, there was rather upsetting. So that's not deployed right now. Oh, good, we have eyes on there. Oh, see, that's the incredible thing about this, is the fact that the Striker is such a tall vehicle that we actually have the ability to use a 50 cal fire out this way. That's a lot of steel rain out there. Yeah, well that's it, isn't it? It's like, if we go ahead and actually just take a look at that, this is what I love about the game, is the fact that things like this are possible. I mean, the combat mission games are awesome. They are really good at what they do. I'm so happy that they're actually coming to Steam. At least I'm sure they're coming to Steam. Yes, they are coming to Steam. I'm sure they're coming to Steam. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing them on sale. That'd be nice too. But I'm looking forward to the point. So I believe we do have... sorry, I believe we do have one of the crewmen... oh, it's when the actual squad enters. So these... I don't believe these are remote control, are they? I don't think they're remote control. Not too sure, though. I don't know if they are or not. Yeah, it looks like it's remote control. Yeah, so you can see the 50 cal there turn to engage. And that was incredible. Ah, but need manually reloading. Right, okay. Well, I mean, good enough. That's an amazing noise, isn't it? And just look at the destruction you actually see from that. Incredible, isn't it? I would love to see them do like a Pacific War combat mission. Can you imagine? That would be hell. Imagine playing Iwo Jima. That would be intriguing. That would be intriguing indeed. Or Okinawa. Ooh. So many battlefields. So much hell. Okay. Or a Japan 425. Oh, no. Kyushu. No. No thank you. We'd rather see elements of troops with bamboo. Right, okay. That's a position I do very much want to take out. They currently have their heads to ground, which is useful. This position here was just recently hit by a steel rain, which is nice, a steel shower. We're getting to a point where we might be able to begin moving out beyond the actual village, and we actually see one of the rounds in midair there. What I'd like to do is begin moving up over here. We do actually have cover then, at least on both sides, it seems. Oh, I meant to give orders there, but okay, we'll have another minute doing this. Oh, wow. Bloody hell, Vietnam. That'd be incredible. I'll have to take a look at that in the future, actually. Thank you very much for the heads up there. Well, it's relatively quiet now. And just as I say that, we do actually see some small arms fire. But that's coming out from our own men out here. It looks like we do have a marksman out here engaging. I believe that's a marksman. Yep. It looks like we might be able to potentially move up here. I think what we will do then is take a empty striker and move that up. Oh, you give me plenty of heads up there, Zaz. You're a good boy too. My combat mission, this, I don't know what that is. Oh. Yeah, this well. I love it nowadays when you actually buy a game and then you get a disc in the actual box and you're like, oh, you just download it. You're like, well, what? What was the point of that? Those are always fun ones. Is there enough cover here on the roof? No, not really. Right, okay. Now, we actually do have a decent bit of cover here. We are going to begin to try and move up another striker down here. At least we do have this one providing cover out this way as well, which is useful. The infantry being in a position to spot for us is very useful as well. KOBs. I'll have to check that out, actually. If you don't mind Discord there, Krupp, I'd appreciate like a link being sent there, and I'll take a look at that later on, actually. Okay. So we do have our strike down here, then. I appreciate that, Krupp. Okay. So, you're spotted by 3 squads out here. Looks like we are using the squad support weapon. Okay. Now, how do people feel about this? How should we proceed forward from this point? It is getting light, actually. We began this at about, what was it, 5:15 AM? So I'm kind of feeling like we might want to go for the objective here to try and get the men out. I think I will begin to actually have strikers formed up for that. The issue here is the fact when I can't have everybody inside the strikers, which is a bit of a problem there. I'm going to have them... well, we're going to need to assault into each building just to make sure it is in fact clear. That position there is very commanding. Then in this position here, which is very useful, I might go ahead and actually tell them to assault into one of the buildings here in front of us. And at least we might be able to work with that. I just worry very much that we are going to have like a squad essentially having to foot it out that way. Yeah, bitch about the lack of A10s, indeed. I do dearly wish we hadn't lost all the strikers though. Because they really... yeah. Right, at least they're able to put fire down here. I don't want to put them on the roof of Madras because the issue is they're going to be pretty vulnerable up there. I mean, so far, for the last few minutes, this is the only enemy target we've seen out here. It looks like we took out one of them as well, which is quite useful, so that's good news. At least we can see they're actually effective here. The terrain's intriguing. That doesn't sound good. Oh, so we do see some fire coming down this here. Position here. Right, okay. So they're in the building here. They do have eyes on them, which is good news. Enemy force out here. I do have a 30 mil, so what I'm going to go ahead and do then is... if I could go ahead and... oh, so no... yeah, because the slope here, which is not good. Okay. Right, okay. At what point do we go ahead and decide to get the heck out of here, really? So I think we're getting close to that point. It would have been very nice to put some fire down at that position there. So it looks like HMG there, but they are actually firing down on it with some rifle grenades. Or just some grenade launchers there, which is quite useful. Okay. Cartridges. Oh dear. Back in my day, we didn't have colour, and that's the way we liked it. I think the earliest console I had was like a Sega. Bio had something before that actually, but I don't remember that. Or was it a Saturn? No, I think it was a Sega. It was one where you had like a cartridge and you put it in the top of it. I think it was a Sega. I might be wrong there actually. I feel like we could probably get away with moving down here. The issue is I really do want to make sure we can get everybody out of here. Yeah, Sega Mega Drive. Thought it was, yeah. Thank you very much for that, OCV. Good to have you, my man. Is it possible to... Apparently we can actually enter into that vehicle, which is excellent there. Yes, it's just got the crew in there. Well, that's good news. Can we get everybody out of here? That's what I want to know. I don't think we can do that. Does that mean that we'd actually get on top of the vehicle? I'm not too sure there. I don't know. You'd get on top of it if you had to. I mean, there's space up there. You'd just get the hell in now, wouldn't you? Just lay on top of the vehicle if you had to. Right, okay. I think we may have to just go ahead and have them just fit out there. Which is not great. We do have a ditch there that we could actually make a break for, so we could actually have that cover. Yep. That's the problem. That's more like it. Oh, that's definitely more like it. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! That's significantly more like it.
Listen up.
Right, okay. Okay, what we are going to do here then is fast moving there. Difficulty is once we move beyond this position, then things start to get hairy. We are going to get ready to move out. We can move down this way and try and have the infantry move up here, but the difficulty is we're going to be quite slow at doing that. I think we have potentially eliminated the enemy RPGs for the most part, but I worry that there's still going to be some that are hiding. But the worry here then is, well, the longer we remain in position, the longer it gives the enemy to actually have their forces moved around. They're coming under quite a heavy amount of fire, actually. Doesn't know we can just quite about get them. Yes, he's behind this building here. Sorry, behind the wall. I'd imagine the 50 cal will take that wall out there. Or at least do a considerable amount of damage. Depends, really. I don't imagine it'd actually look like that. It's quite a nice little wall there. Wouldn't imagine it'd be terribly well constructed, or be able to stand up to something like that. Who knows? Oh, damn. Okay, well, he's busy here, so he's turning to his comrade. And that costs you your life. There we go. That'll do for us. Good shots there at the end, and I think that's what we take as a cue to move on up. I shouldn't have tried to steal this one. Oh, dear. Right, what condition are they in there? Nervous. That okay? Yes, indeed. I do think we go ahead and we just get moving. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards it. It probably isn't that pretty in real life, but maybe it could be pretty. Maybe we all could be pretty. You and I. Hey, didn't that Pixel? Good to have you, my man. Okay. Begin moving out. Pixel trooping. Well, tried to, but we did have like a vehicle immediately taken out as soon as we went up the hill. And then we had another one, which was our leading vehicle that was safe for some minutes and then was actually hit by an ATGM. Oh, is that the one? No, we didn't have. Oh, is that the one hit by the RPG? Then, not too sure. Yes, I would like to think that there's no mines on the road here. That'd be nice. But we are moving through here. That's a very cool sight, isn't it? I saw that bloody palm tree there, that little bit of leaf render in there for a second. I thought, oh my god, is that something crawling up there? Right, okay. I feel bad for these men, but I think we may just have to tell them just, you're gonna have to go. What I'll do then is have these guys move up slowly, at least then they can actually provide fire support, perhaps. But I think we have perhaps got through the worst of it. I feel so bad for them having to run out of here. God. It would be nice if there was actually an option to get them on top of the vehicles, really. That's a hell of a sight, isn't it? Can somebody play the Lawrence of Arabia music to that? Or even better, Walking with Dinosaurs. Oh, of course. Well, they're going to be spending their time with the dinosaurs, and there we go, that's an entire bloody squad taken out. That's superb. We might have a second squad taken out. Don't. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's only 4 seconds. Be gentle. Oh, thank god. Yeah, so we should shoot that guy. So that hit the slab there, but it did cause a casualty here. Oh, no. It looks like they made it out there, so at least that's nice. Yeah, just at the bloody end. Should have known it was going to happen there, shouldn't we? Of course. Well, they touched an objective, they're alive. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's HMG. Bad, but not as bad. Please keep those guns firing. Oh, don't you reload. Don't give him more ammunition, please. Ah, it was going so well. See, oh my god, did we have that hit the... That might have been a bullet there. In fairness, I don't have enough strikers to go around. I'm going to try and get these men out of here. Oh, did I have a bloody casualty there? A bloody RPG! Okay. I don't understand. Is this mission over now? Like, I'm not too sure what we need to do here. And backwards. Ooh, a Korean War one would be intriguing, actually. Dismount. Do we need to dismount? Oh, from the menu. Oh. Well, we can take a look at that, actually, in a second. Yeah. Well, I took out one of them. Yeah, Korean War would be really intriguing, actually. Good ideas. Let's have to put some fire into there. Jesus, a lot of fire. Oh, did it? Oh, it did! Oh dear. Right, okay. Well, we touched the objective, so how do we go about ending this then? Let's click save. I think we could save in mission. Yeah, there we go. Ceasefire? Is that just because it's considered a acceptable? I don't know if that would have actually ended like that if it wasn't a ceasefire, but I mean, we'll take it. So we had 51 men okay, 17 men killed. The music's pretty amazing, actually. 6 men wounded, 3 armored vehicles lost. They had 5 men okay, 24 men killed. Yeah. We'll go ahead and review the map. We weren't too far from points, but they did get quite a few points there. Oh yeah, that looks bad. Never took out that, What's this here? Oh my god, there are IEDs. Oh god. That'd have been bad. Is it just... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There's an IED right here. Oh no, and there's an IED over here as well. Oh no. Yeah, our losses definitely did hurt. Didn't help we lost like a freaking squad immediately. That is rough. Yeah, okay, large IED. RPG team there. God, so even the approach we took was actually a pretty dangerous one. Can you imagine had that IED blown up when we had everybody in that sort of area there? That'd have been pretty bad news. So you might have killed Triggerman. Potentially so, yep. Okay. That was pretty crazy there. Oh, press escape. I'm just blind. Yeah, what a hell of a mess. Let's go ahead and start another mess then. Let's see. That was pretty rough, man. Striker platoon is ambushed. I'd like to see some Abrams actually, they'd be quite interesting. Try ATGM ambush as Assyrians. I do have the modules, but I need, like, I have them activated, but I don't know why they're not working right now. So I did have them activated before the stream, so I'm not too sure about that. Not too sure. I can always like double check and make sure they're activated. I may have just not done something. Who knows? That's pretty amazing. Oh, that reminds me of the mission for Call of Duty actually. Rescue Baker 1-1. And damaged Abrams must be saved. Players either side. All players allies fist as a tank battle. That's pretty interesting. Oh, that looks pretty amazing. Yeah, Syrian Armored Republican Guard. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at that. I'd imagine with Steam probably should be automatic. Probably. We'll take a look at this from the other point of view actually. It'd be rather intriguing. That music's amazing. What we need now is we need to like Command and Conquer 0 hour music. That'd be great. July 2nd, 14:45 hours. Weather is hot and very dry with gentle breeze. There is a light haze. The terrain is shallow. Y-shaped valley, high elevations are largely rocky. Sudden sandstorms over enemy air bases have presented us with a rare opportunity to disrupt the invaders' advance on Palmyra. Proceed down the valley with a mission to cut the main highway. You are a combined armoured force of 17 tanks from D Company 1, 2, 3 platoons and A Company Republican Guards 1 and 2nd Platoon. Mechanized infantry accompanies your force. Your force totals 106 men. That's quite a lot of men there. Red alert, yeah, that'd be quite cool. The Americans have suddenly lost their air cover due to bad weather over the bases. Intelligence tells us that there's limited opposing armor in this area. Any tanks we encounter will probably be all the armor they've got. If we can smash through them, there will be nothing standing in our way. Plan. We have split our forces and are conducting a pincer maneuver, advancing down both sides of the valley at the same time. You are to move through the reserve defense positions and proceed in the direction of the town. The destruction of mech and armor force facing us is paramount. Okay. Hell march, yeah, that's cool. Right, okay, well we'll have to take a look at this. Guard tank convoy, oh sorry, guard tank company, mechanized rifle platoon. Oh wow, what do we have here to play with? So we have a T-55 here. Ah, so cool. That looks so cool. That is awesome. What else do we have here? T-55, that's actually knocked out here. Yeah, no, you're right, but it is that. So we do have a number of actually knocked out tanks here. We actually only have 2 tanks actually alive at this point over here. Interesting. And it's immobilized. Second platoon tank headquarters. Interesting. That's intriguing. So quite a large map over here then actually. So what are we playing with here then? Ah, so we do have T-62s here. Are these explosive reactive armor blocks? I'm not entirely sure if this is actually ERA. It's not panel, is it? No, I think that's ERA. Yeah. Okay. The T-62 is a very interesting tank, actually. Well, okay. So, I don't know if we're commanding all these forces actually then, so this looks like what we have here to begin with. It may very well be the case that we just essentially push on here. Which is going to go as well as one would imagine. So that's D Company headquarters. So that's 3rd platoon. That's 1st platoon. 1st platoon here. 3rd platoon. 2nd platoon headquarters. Okay. In all honesty, speed is going to be one of those things that we do need here. If we stand off, we're going to be essentially doomed. Do we have any idea where the enemy actually is? What do we see out here? So that's another knocked out T-55. Let's go ahead and check that briefing again. So I assume we're red. So it looks like the enemy is in this position here, so we could move around this position. That looks like reinforcements are going to come in here. I mean, we could potentially wait here to have our reinforcements arrive. That might be potentially the way we go there. Careful with sight lines, try to engage with multiple tanks. Well, that's it, isn't it, really? We could potentially push up to this position over here, but we can't. I don't think we can actually get up to that position. I don't know how much good that actually does. It depends on the actual depression capability of the T-62 there. It may very well be that we hold positions until we actually have our reinforcements arrive, perhaps. Right, well, we're going to have a little bit of a vote here then, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys think we should hold position until reinforcements arrive, press 1. If you guys think we should potentially push on towards the current positions offered by the hill on the right-hand side, press 2. And if you guys think, I don't know, we'll go for a wild card 3rd option then. 3rd option being we go full speed. Oh dear. Right, just seen a couple twos there. Quite literally a couple twos. Let him come to you. Yeah. Well, we can kind of work with that by moving up to this position here, but I think that's what we will do. Oh, but I do wish there was a drag. Oh well. Is that in a fair position there to actually act as spotters, perhaps? I don't know, I might potentially hold them in position there, but I don't think they'd see terribly much from this position anyway. There's an option to actually have all these lines shown here. I can't recall which one it is. I'll have to take a look at that, like all the movement, I should say. And we have these tanks out here, actually. Might as well go ahead and tell them to open up if they can, and then at least they might be able to spot the enemy. Alt-P. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Yeah. We'll go with that. This is pretty amazing. In all honesty, I just could go ahead and control click. Right, so we do spot the enemy here. You know what's quite amusing here is just as we spotted the enemy has already spotted us. Oh, this is gonna go amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look. You can spot the exact moment his heart breaks. Now, why do we spot the enemy? Because the enemy's already spotted us and already has a round down range. It's round about. Coming up in the next few seconds here. There we go. I have played combat missions before. I do have a couple of the combat mission games, actually. That's not what you want to see, though, is it? That's not what you see. That's not what you want to see. Oh, we do hit them weapon there. Ooh, they're actually missing, surprisingly. If we could get another shot in there, maybe. I'd imagine they have thermal, so they should still be able to potentially engage there. Yeah, I mean, that's very lucky for them there. Oh! Well, it had to run out eventually. Yeah. I mean, that was quite a shame there. We hit the weapon mount, but it looks like we just didn't have any, any effect there. Yeah, it was nice actually to get the hit in there. If it hit the lower plate, we might have been able to do something. Pause here, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. That looked like it went straight through there. That's a good point there. Oh, we know that about here. Well, that shows you the danger. It might simply be that we wait for our reinforcements to arrive. Which sucks for these guys. Bloody hell, that sucks for them. But I mean, that was in a position here to side the enemy. I don't think there's much else we could do there. Am I off the map? I'm off the map. I thought it was a bloody desert, but that's just... I'm thinking, well, hang on a second. I'm thinking. Right, so we know that about there. We don't have any off-map support. Not that we would do. I do think what we do here is essentially to wait for reinforcements to arrive. Dismount the crews. Humane thing to do. Oh dear. And the issue is, I don't imagine there's just one Abrams. At least we are aware of one Abrams. We know there's going to be multiple ones. They can be defeated, but the idea is just... I mean, the hull... Sorry, no. The hull, lower hull would be, I think, the weak spot of the Abrams. or weaker point of the Abrams. The T-62 can take it, but well, this is it. If it gets a good shot in there, taking it from the flank would be ideal. Best chance is to lure him into the center, then hit him en masse, yeah. We might go ahead and just actually skip forward here. Oh, hello. Well, that's going to mean they're likely dead. Well, let's go and enjoy this moment. So I spotted them a second ago. We didn't get to see. Oh, so they're actually... Are they pushing up? They are. That's not a bad position. How the hell are they seeing them? Huh, interesting. At what point do we... Oh, right, they're over there. How the hell was that spotted? How the hell did you see that? We can't even see that. We're like some sort of ethereal ghost. Where are the survivors? Oh, they're over here, aren't they? Yeah, it must be them. Yes, it is actually the commander there. Yeah, I'd imagine so. They are pushing up, which is actually somewhat useful. So if we do actually hold on for a little while until our reinforcements arrive, we might be able to hit them in the flank potentially. We do see another Abrams here. I mean, we do have quite a few T-62s there. Oh, God, please. Okay, looks like the Abrams has... possibly... I don't like it when they move, to be honest. I don't like it when they fire back either, frankly. That's not a bad position to be in there, actually. We may want to potentially fall back somewhat, but we might actually want to crest it a little bit further. Right, so... Alcibar. I don't know what quality they are. We are aiming here. We do actually have ATGMs on the vehicle. Well... Ooh, we hit the turret there. Ah, no. Bad thing's gonna happen now. Aiming, come on, get a shell out. That's a hell of a shot though, isn't it? Get another shell out though. And we hit the turret again. Why would you not keep on target? We are going to have to pull back from that position there, but it's not fired a shell yet. Oh, God. Every tank you manage to bust will help you out there. We might be able to potentially engage that one there. I mean, we managed to get 2 shots into it so far, which is actually really quite stupendous. It may very well be that we go ahead and try to push on that if we can here. And this is it. If we can try and get multiple tanks firing up on that position, on that tank, that'd be quite nice for her. Reverse or die. Well, this is it. That tank is going to have to. So we'll pull that back. I don't know if we want to... I think we might have it hold in position. We do have a number of T-62s here. I think we do try to engage as best we can, really. If we can engage the enemy, at least we might have a chance of taking out an Abrams by just sheer weight of fire. There are other Abrams that will be pushing on up as well, so we've got to bear that in mind. Let's hope for the goddamn best here. Looks like there's another Abrams there. Jeez, I mean, we are quite fortunate here to be able to actually get a couple hits in there. Oh, there's that is the actual ATGM there. Well, that hit the turret there. That might have actually caused some damage there. Was of an Abrams. I don't know if I can actually spot us. Doesn't help that we're moving forces up. There's actually a couple of them. That's actually fired shots off then, so yep, okay. I was hoping it was only one there, but no, it's actually a couple there. It's actually a platoon there. That's a problem. We might see... Yep, there we go. That's one killed. Should have had them held back. Okay, yeah, I just need to have them all fall back. It was nice to get some shots, but I got too greedy. Oh, no. Oh, that's a good idea then, actually. Yeah, okay. Right, well, it was only a tank spotted there. Alright, we'll have them fall back somewhat. We might potentially damage the optics of one tank, as said there. And we did get an ATGM there. I don't know if it actually did any sort of damage. I'd like to think it did. You can see where we hit here. I look like it hit above there. Might have damaged that optics though. Oh, reinforcements have arrived. Oh! Okay, wow. Interesting. Oh, these are T-72s. Oh! Yeah, these are T-72s. Interesting. Okay. Ah, right. Okay. I think what we do then is have our forces pull back over here then. It was working out fine, but I think we want to try and draw them in if we can. If I could get some ATGMs actually set up, that'd be nice. So we do have MGs here. The missile's supposed to hit the roof anyways. Oh, is it? Interesting. I would imagine it was attempted to try and actually... No, that's quite intriguing then, actually. More advanced than I imagined it was. Right, okay. I'm going to have them quickly move out that way. Oh, so we have these teams actually in place over here. Okay. Yeah, this is it. We want to pull back, don't we? I'm going to tell them to hire. Hide. Not hire. We're not hiring. God, I cannot speak English. Realistically, those Abrams tanks engaged such a numerous hostile tank force means the head of the guy responsible for intelligence going on a comfy bike. Comfy bike. Well, this is it. I think we'll try and draw them in closer if we can. I mean, it was quite nice to actually get a couple shots in there. I don't like the fact that we could see enemies over here, because that usually means the enemies could see you in turn. Right, spotted by those. Yeah, I'd rather have them hide for the time being. They don't appear to actually have the ATGM deployed yet, and I'd rather have them wait if they can. But that's a fantastic position here. This is actually really nasty. I'd imagine I'd probably lost every Abrams by now. Yeah, so we have the T-62s withdrawing here. Yeah, I speak Yorkshire. Oh. What was that? Oh, I think that was that, yeah, cooking off. No, believe it or not, I'm actually really bad at commentary. My forte is actually acting because I convince people I'm actually good at this, and no, I'm not. Okay, we're in an interesting position here, though. So we actually... well, we do have the ATGMs up over there. I'd like to try and actually position some ATGMs over... Oh, God, if I could get them up there, it'd be nice as a flank But I do not imagine for a second we'll be able to manage it alive. Who knows, maybe. We're not doing too bad. I mean, we have lost a... Well, we lost a T-60, T-55 there, but that was always going to be doomed. We had that one T-62 lost there, but we actually did manage to get 2 shells into an Abrams and an ATGM that exploded above the actual turret of the Abrams, so who knows potentially what damage that might have done. Which is not bad, really, in terms of actual exchange. Yeah, we just need to try and deploy these fellows properly. That's headquarters, so I'd rather not die. Okay. Maybe we do try go bold. Your accent is good, yeah, that's the only thing that works. I like it. Okay. It's such a large force. I mean, even here, these guys are equipped with ATGMs as well. Bold or bold? Both. I like that crow. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to claim some of those reparations now, aren't I? Right, it would be quite nice actually to try and deploy some forces up on the top of here. They're not going to have a chance in hell, so what I'd like to do is try and deploy them here, so at least they might be able to focus upon those Abrams. Right, okay. Right, okay. Well, you got some RPGs, you might as well try and grab as many as you can. I think it does slow them down to a degree, actually. Probably should have given it to the HQ, but I will. It's not too bad, because if we had... But then again, this is the problem here. If we move out to engage the Abrams, they are going to just tear us apart. They're definitely superior tanks. Oh, we do have decent amount of armor on the T-62, but it's a case of the ammunition as well. It's obviously a better gun, and I'd imagine better ammunition. Mm-hmm. I do like how there's a picture of BTR there. It's interesting. I don't know if they're actually going to push any further forward. I could potentially use a crew to try and spot for us, really. Okay. Don't be that guy. Yeah. The only issue is we only have 3 minutes left of the stream, and it's such a shame, isn't it? We could go out to Blaze of Glory in the last minute. That might be fun. Oh, hello. Right, so we do have Abrams down here. Pretty interesting. Who actually spots that? Who actually does spot that? Who the frickin' heck spots it? Spots it, sorry. Oh. Where's the explosions coming from? Yeah, it'd be really great. It'd be really great, that. Yeah, okay, they're already in fight. Oh, yeah, we had somebody killed. Well, they have shifted forward. And they do have their attention over here, actually, for the moment. Yeah. Ah, that's not what you want to see, that is it? That is not what you want to see. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah. We'll try and send everything in for the last few minutes there, really. I think speed really is going to be the best option we have if we can manage it. I think we'll try it. Issues, I don't know. I can tell them hunt and just keep on moving. There's a blue lead tank again. There we go. Yeah, essentially so. Essentially so. I don't know why they're not deployed. Might take some time. There's usually a deploy button around here. Like usually around here, but it doesn't seem to be here, so it might just take some time. It should be a rather fun last minute here. Get as close as Ahmed. Maybe. Right, so we're in our last minute here. Ideally, I'm not going into anybody's like slot, but we'll give it a go. I should have told them to get moving as well. Forgot about that. So do we have the T-72s here? That is not what you want to see. Essentially, just like a whole bunch of T-72s suddenly on the flank there. That'd have been really quite a nice position there. And ideally, it will busy them with the T-62s there to the flank, sorry, to the fore. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we have, oh, right, so we do have some hits. Come on. Oh, that one tank's getting hit quite a lot. Oh, they're all getting hit. Oh, dear. Yes! Yes! Let my people go! Said Moses to the Abrams. Oh, that's not a good one there. Well, killed one. War's over, boys. I don't know if there's more streams, actually. That's the problem. I ended up walking into another stream earlier on, actually, and, like, interrupting that one, so I'm trying not to step on people's toes. Oh, got another hit in there. Come on, keep it up. That's not good. Yeah, around the flank. But this is it. The issue is they have turned, but they are having to react to multiple angles. Looks like we hit another one there in the flank. There we go. There's not many T-62s left. Ah, that's not good. Okay. That could have been better, but it could have been worse. We do hit another one there, but my god, just look at how they've decimated the T-62s there. That is nasty. We still have a T-62 alive. Not for long. And even the T-72s don't last too long, but we hit a couple of them here. Issue is, I didn't see how that could actually. The issue is just the fact that they had them here. Had they actually been here, we might have been able to manage it. I don't think those ATGMs have actually been of any use, but I don't think they've been set up yet. My god. Just these fellows over here. Okay. Ah, dear. Right, I'm trying to finish it here, just so we have something to go out with, and call it there. Was that mobilized? Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus, we don't have many left. Yeah, we managed to take out 4 of them, it seems. 3 or 4. I think speed's the only light defense we have here, so we'll call this the last turn. See how the death ride goes. Not well, one would imagine. It's dead. Oh, we did actually get some armor spalling over here, though. That might knock it out. Hit there. So do we have 1 T-72 remaining there? Had we maybe moved them further around the flank, we might have been able to do better there. That's going to be done in a second. Come on, T-72, you can do it. No, you can't do it. Okay. Haha, but you have exposed yourself to the BMP flank. Go, my brethren. Oh, God. Okay, well, nobody's, like, telling me off. We'll keep going. Issue is everybody's going to be dead in there. Had we got the ATGMs out, maybe? You're going to start seeing them die in a second. Hang on, though. Hang on. Doesn't look like they know. This could be deadly. Oh, no, they do know. Oh my god, that is a bum rush. Oh, no. Oh, you missed! Haha! Yeah, 3 hours later. Oh, this is not going to go well. Oh, this is not what you want to imagine. That is going out in freaking... Oh my god. Oh my god. We're using enough smoke against them. No, turn around. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's what I expected to happen there. But like, we did it. But yeah, that's it now. Oh, they're always bloody freaking MGs, Jesus Christ. I mean, who knows? We still have this BMP here. And you can't see Jack. Yeah, had they come a bit closer, we might have been more effective here. I just can't believe we actually get a BMP on the other side of them. Oh my days. Who knows? We might have a good chance here if they actually make it. That's crazy. I know, but look at how much it killed. And look at how much it cost us. Not yet. Yes, a big brain move. But it worked! I mean, Christ, we got them bloody in range. I do wonder here. Ooh. I meant to give orders. Oh, hello. The BMP has sighted her prey. The Abrams says no, but the BMP says yes. I don't know if I've got the protection touch ability to hit the thing. I can't technically see it, but I know it's roughly there. Unbutton to use ATGM. Noted. Oh, yep, there we go. Come on, come on. Make the dream come true. No, don't. Just freaking fire. Oh my god, why? Shoot. You had a chance. Oh, you had your chance. You had your chance. And you blew it. Oh, well, there we go. So, I think... God damn it. How could it get any worse than what it was there? Oh, they had their prey in sight. That would have been beautiful, in fact. But, not to be. Not to be. So do I issue a ceasefire? Yeah, we'll go ahead and issue that ceasefire then. Oh my god, we actually win! Ah! Syrian army mined a victory there. Very nice. Jesus Christ. 5 tanks though, not bad, not bad. Yeah, so they essentially just had those tanks remaining there. If we'd been able to take out that last guy, that'd been nice there. How do they look at the end? They would have mobilized... that one tank there killed 5 T-72s, 4 BMPs, T-55, T-62. Yeah, if they'd been just here, we might have been able to win that just by simply bomb rushing. 6 T-62s, jeez. Let's see, we should have probably timed things a little bit better to try and get these guys over the hill there, but that's quite cool actually. I'll click on the little span in the middle, will show the subsystems. That's cool. I'd like to see the tank that got hit quite a few times actually, but it's dead anyway, so not going to probably see that. Spanner, yes. Oh, did we actually take out the main gun there? Wow. So they only had one Abrams that actually had a main gun left. We didn't do too bad there. But thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed it. Apologies about the bit of a rough start at the beginning. Windows Update had, in fact, disabled my microphone. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been really good. I really enjoyed this, actually. I'm looking forward to doing it again in the future, actually. Yeah. I just can't believe we got to the freaking BMP one there. We got her. She actually made it. That was a hell of a bomb rush. Can you imagine the freaking... imagine the conversation between the crew inside that vehicle. Just go, Ahmed, just go. Floor it. Floor it, man, floor it. Oh, dear. Just to have 2 Abrams actually looking at you. Jesus. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Until next time, though. Thank you very much for watching. See you again in the future. Goodbye for now.